Good morning from the last vlog of the trip. It's gone fast, hasn't it? We are in Busch Garden Tampa Bay today. Currently beelining towards but no, obviously we're going towards Iron Gwazi. Getting out of the way first. It's been under construction. I think when we came in 2018 it was under construction. Maybe? Yeah, definitely in 2019 because I was showing Dad like what it's going to look like. There it is. So excited to ride this. On the billboard it says steepest, fastest hybrid coaster in the US. I also think it's the tallest. It's taller than Steel Vengeance. There it goes. Say goodbye. Whee! Yeah, it's taller than Steel Vengeance by 1 foot. So I do think it is the tallest. Family haven't been on an RMC before, so I'm very intrigued to see what they think. Yeah, we are literally getting straight in the queue. We've got Remy with us today, so we're going to try and do child swap. We did it last time quite successfully at Busch Gardens, which was good. So yeah, heading into the queue line right now. Okay, so change of plan, because we've got the child swap. We're to come back at 11:15, and then we can get in the queue then. Well, I say get in the queue, we'll walk straight on and then we swap so someone can wait with the Remulus. He wants to go on Gwazi gliders. But we're just going to mooch and look at some animals and stuff while we're waiting for our turn. Maybe go on Sheikra, I don't know what the queues are like. But yeah, always good to be back in this park. I love Busch Garden Tampa. Ride first thing on Sheikra, which somehow always happens when we come to this park. We always go on one thing and the plan never works out. We always end up on Sheikra, but it's now our return time for Iron Gwazi, so we're heading back over there. But a bit about Sheikra. Sheikra is probably up there with one of the best B&M coasters in the world. It's Mum's favourite. What are you doing? It's Mum's favourite coaster in the world, apparently. I didn't know that.
My favourite coaster in the world is Sheikra. My favourite ride in the world is Dudley 2 Extreme Falls.
Both in Florida, in the state of Florida. Don't forget. It's going to come down and have a splash. I love it when unsuspecting people walk past this and get soaked. Big splash. Usually the weather here, whenever we come, the weather's always absolutely hideous, as in it's roasting hot and there's nowhere to hide. But today it's quite cloudy and overcast, which is quite nice, and all the queues are quite low. It's like 5-10 minutes per ride at the moment. And like I said, we have Ren with us, so if you do ever come with a baby who's not big, or a kid who's not big enough to ride the coasters, just ask the attendants at the front about their baby swap or child swap program, because it's actually really good. They give you a ticket with a return time to come back and ride, so you can go off and do what you want. So like while we've been waiting for Iron Gwazi, we went on Sheikra, and now we're going back to Iron Gwazi to ride it. So it works out really well, and it means you're not kind of standing around figuring out what to do with everyone. Mum's being shady. But yeah, heading over to Iron Gwazi, first RMC for the family. I don't even know what number RMC this is for me. Maybe like 6 or 7? I don't know. But another one's out to the list anyway. see where it ranks against Steel Vengeance. I mean, Steel Vengeance was pretty damn good, so I think it's hard to beat, but it might surprise me, who knows? Alright, thoughts then. Iron Gwazi, just come off it, back row, first ride. That thing is absolutely relentless. Like, in terms of like the more compact RMCs, it's definitely my favourite one. Is it better than Steel Vengeance, my #1 coaster in the world? No, it's not, in my opinion. Is it better than Zadra Energylandia? Yes, it is, in my opinion. But I did ride Zadra front and back, and I thought there was more moments to catch your breath from Zadra. On Iron Gwazi, it's nuts. It just doesn't stop. It's absolutely insane airtime, all different directions. You never know like which way's up. The inversions are really good as well. Like they're not. I know I'm kind of controversial in this, but I don't really love the RMC 0G stalls as much as everyone else seems to. And this doesn't. This does have like a little bit of one of those, but not like a big long one like Zadra and Goliath have. It doesn't really have that. It's more about like the crazy pops of airtime, the crazy transitions, they're just throwing you about all over the place. Really, really fun. Probably my second favourite RMC in the world after Steel Vengeance. Looking forward to getting some more re-rides later. My family absolutely loved it as well.
Stop with the fake. What with the fake? Stop with the fake. No, you stop with the fake. I don't know.
Just rode our third coaster of the day, which was Cheetah Hunt. And usually, you know how when you go to a park, you have like a way you go around the park, like especially if it's a park you've been to before. So usually when we come to Busch Gardens, we always go one way round, and we always leave Cheetah Hunt at the end of the day, and it always rains, and the coaster always closes, so we always missed out on it. So this time around we were like, nope, we're going in the other direction, because we're going on Cheetah Hunt. So that's what we did this time. We just went on it. I don't really rate it. It's okay. Like, it's just a bit slow, and especially if you've just been on Iron Gwazi, it feels a bit like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and have a little nap on this ride. Like, it's fun, like I get what it's trying to do, and like the little like transition, like S-bendy thing through the rock work's quite fun. The first launch is quite good, but yeah, it's not my favourite. I wouldn't, if I didn't get to go on it, I wouldn't be massively bothered. We're gonna go back on Iron Gwazi now, because we've got the baby swap, so we're going back at 1 PM for another ride. Yay! The white one's so pretty. Ow, I just slapped my elbow. They look like a big mood.
But at the same time, I would like to take Remy to Disney Store.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, and I did catch some curry at that Japanese.
Remy's getting a thread. There he is in the back row. Trauma.
para subir en esta atracción. Para su seguridad, usted debe medir como mínimo 54. En esta atracción. Gracias y disfrute su
not really, a little bit. We rode Iron Gwazi again. I'm over by Tigris, sorry, I haven't picked up a camera in a while. Tigris, however you fucking say it. And rode front row of Iron Gwazi, and my lord, that, my friends, is a front row coaster. That is absolutely nuts. Like, just wasn't in my seat. Like, but to the point of it's brutal, right? Like, it's like, what's the one at Kentucky Kingdom? Storm Chaser. Reminded me a lot of how Storm Chaser rides, in that it's uncomfortable, like it hurts to ride. But it was fun, like it was nuts. My earrings got lost, and that's why I have a hump, sort of low-key, not really pretend. I did love those earrings, so I am a little bit sad about it. But yeah, oh my god, front row for me all the way, so much better than the back. But if you're looking for like re-rides and you want to go on it a lot, I would recommend sitting more towards the back, because the front is really, really intense. Unfortunately, Falcon's Fury is down today, which is sad because it has had some extensive downtime. It was back up, and now it's back down again, which is sad because it's one of the very few drop towers that I actively enjoy. But yeah, it is what it is. Not as if we'll never ride it again, but yeah, it's annoying when you're here and it like, it do be dead. I think we are going to go round to the rapids now and get a little bit moist. Splash! As we know, I'm not a big fan of water rides, so I probably won't go on that. Probably sit with my mum, she's having some different dogs. I think we are also going to head round to like Kumba and Montu and stuff. Just got some shots of Tigris. I probably won't be riding it. I don't really like it. It's fine, like it's fine what it is. It's nice to have a bit of variety, I think. But yeah, not for me, won't be riding that today. Yeah.
Okay. See how much bigger he is?
Dad, where are they? Get them.
He's got him, he's his big boy. He sees it.
Good girl.
Oh, look at him. Whoa. He needs to fit his hair. So much. He needs shampoo.
Definitely new since the last time I came. I didn't realise they had Chick-fil-A here. Different. So the rest of them have gone on the rapids. I am not going on the rapids because those rapids get you soaked. I remember from the last time, I'm not making that mistake again. And we've got a baby swap for Kumba. Making a point of riding Kumba. I think I'm probably going to end up riding it by myself. None of my family want to go on it, but I love Kumba. So, and you don't know how long it's got left. There she goes. So good. I love Kumba. So yeah, making a point of going on it because there's rumours it's going. The park said it's not, but I don't believe them. And it's a B&M, and B&Ms are great, so obviously we're riding it. I mean, when I say we, I mean me. Just had a lovely back row ride on Kumba. I'm still suspicious that they're going to get rid of it, even though the park came out and said that they're not. I still think they are. I don't trust them. So, lovely back row ride on that. It was so smooth. I remember it being a little bit more intense than that, but it was really good. Like, if it didn't have a queue, I'd have gone round and ridden it again because it was great. That first drop, that first loop into that Immelman and then the 0G is probably one of my favourite elements of any roller coaster ever in the world. It's amazing. I do love walking around Pantopia, it's so pretty. And do you know what? I said earlier when we were in the Iron Gwazi queue, they've done a really good job of like making everything pop, and I feel like when I'm at SeaWorld, all of the coasters have this like really strong, clear identity, and I feel like Busch Gardens are finally getting that. Like Pantopia has it, I think Iron Gwazi has it, which is really nice. The sad thing about Pantopia is, I'm gonna mope again, Falcon's Fury's down, and I mean it is like properly down. Like there's like a not chairlift, like a genie outside, there's scaffolding, there's clearly like loads of work going on. So God knows what's wrong with it. Leave me a comment below if you know what's going on with Falcon's Fury. Hopefully they get it back up and running soon, because it is, yeah, like I say, one of the only drop towers that I will actively go on and enjoy. I love it, I think it's brilliant.
Drops and waterfalls. So we don't mind getting
And you know it, clap your hands, stomp your feet, say hooray. If you have a Corona, throw it out. Yes, sir, I saw you. The Scorpion is located in Pantopia, along with the Carousel, the Sand Serpent, Carnival Game. And if you get hungry, you can always stop by. Zebra stripes are the same.
Zebra butt, zebra butt.
Keep looking to the left-hand side. On this little island, this is the home of Jody, the black rhino.
Moving. He's having a wee. Having a wee. Having a wee.
Oh, he's moving.
They sleep about 20 hours a
laying
day.
down. As cool as it looks, I think Cobras Coast is another coaster we're probably not going to be riding today, just because we've done it before and we're kind of running out of time. I'd like to re-ride Iron Gwazi, but I really like the colour scheme of this coaster, and I just think in general it looks pretty snazzy. Some shots of it for you as it's going around. Whee! Look at it go! Oh my god, I completely forgot how intense that ride is. We were in third row, so like not close to the back, and I completely greyed out on the first loop, and yeah, God, it just maintained that intensity the whole way around. Like, that was insane. That reminded me of Katoon. The first time I rode Katoon, the weather was very similar to this actually. It was really muggy and hot. Yeah, I don't know why. In my head, Montu was like a light floaty coaster, and that was like really, I mean, I loved it, it was great, but it was, yeah, really intense. I was like, I couldn't re-ride that all day. Jesus, that was something else. So I'm glad we went on it again. One of the best B&M coasters in the world right there, so that was fun. I would have, if we had more time, I think I would like to queue up and go on that front row, because yeah, really fun. And I also forgot how long it is. Just keeps going and going and going. I love that batwing element as well, so fun. I'm gonna try and get one last ride on Iron Gwazi. There's about 40 minutes before the park closes. Try and get one last ride on Iron Gwazi before we leave. And that concludes our day at Busch Gardens Tampa, and the last vlog of our Orlando holiday. We ended the day with a ride, back row ride on Iron Gwazi. I chose the back, even though I said I preferred the front earlier. I'll tell you why. If I were gonna re-ride that coaster all day, I would be riding in the back row, because it's not as intense as the front. The front tries to kill you. And for one ride, if I was going to have one ride on the front, one ride on the back, the front wins because the front is more intense. However, in terms of like being able to re-ride it and being comfortable, the back wins every time. What I will also say, wow, someone's ringing. That was loud. What I will also say is that thing warms up throughout the day. Like, we went on it at 11 a.m. and I just rode it 7 hours later at 6 p.m. and I was greying out, like pulling out of the first drop up into the first airtime hill turnaround thing. I was seeing stars. I don't know if it's the heat playing into it as well, but she warms up, as most RMCs do. As we know, this is no surprise, we expected this to happen. But yeah, in terms of where I want to sit, front row's the better ride, back row's where I would choose to ride if I want to ride a lot, because it's less painful on the thighs. Also, where do I rank it? Still sits about where I said earlier. It doesn't beat Steel Vengeance for me. Steel Vengeance is still top tier. Like, it's not even like close for me either. Like top Steel Vengeance is so much higher than Iron Gwazi, and I can't really explain why. I'm going to be re-riding it in August, so we'll have a bit more of a kind of a closer timeline of comparison to be able to kind of go, okay, that's why. But just as we stand now, it's not better than Steel Vengeance. Definitely better than Zadra for me. Like I said, Zadra's elements are more drawn out. You have a little bit of space to breathe between each one, and you can kind of really appreciate what each one is doing. Iron Gwazi just goes nuts and doesn't stop, completely relentless. Iron Gwazi just goes nuts and it's completely relentless. It doesn't stop, and yeah, it's insane. And in terms of what I prefer in a coaster, that is what I prefer in a coaster. Like, it's madness. I loved it. I thought it was excellent. And you know what? With that and Velocicoaster additions to the Florida kind of coaster lineup, complete game changers. Like, it used to be that you'd come to Orlando and kind of Tampa. I always say Orlando, obviously Tampa's not in Orlando. And it was about theme parks, right? It wasn't a coaster holiday. It wasn't like a coaster enthusiast holiday. It was a theme park enthusiast holiday. With the addition of those two coasters, you're kind of firmly in like hardcore like coaster territory, competing with the best in the country now, which is amazing. And then obviously SeaWorld constantly investing in amazing coasters. You've got Mako as well, brilliant roller coaster. You've got Hulk. You've got, what else is good here? There's loads of good stuff. But yeah, Iron Gwazi and Velocicoaster have kind of completely changed the coaster landscape of Orlando, and it's really exciting. It's been really cool to be back. It's been really, really nice. It's been hot, it's been sticky, like sweaty and disgusting, but we've ridden some amazing, amazing roller coasters on this trip, some amazing new dark rides, had a fabulous day here at Busch Gardens. I would have liked the hours to be a little bit longer, 10 till 6, like it's fine, we got everything done, did everything we wanted to do, but again, it didn't feel like we were taking it at a chill pace. It felt like we were doing one thing after the other, and having to rush, you know, which is fine. It's fine. We got everything done, and we got 3 rides on Iron Gwazi, so I can't really complain. With that, I am going to end the vlog here. If you have enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in your comments if you have. Let me know your comments. They're your comments if you want them to be. Let me know in the comments. If you've been to Busch Gardens, what's your favourite coaster at Busch Gardens? Have you been on Iron Gwazi? If you have been on Iron Gwazi, where do you prefer to sit? Front, back, middle row? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing, because if you like theme park stuff, that is what we do here. When I go to a theme park, usually I bring a camera along, show you what we get up to. And with that said, I'm going to sign off, leave you to it. Hope you enjoyed the Orlando vlogs. I've enjoyed filming them for you, had an amazing time. Let me know in the comments what you think, what's been your favourite bits, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much, guys. See you later.